Hey, welcome to Hollywood Happens, the very first and longest running entertainment show on the web. I'm John McQuilkin. Thanks for tuning in. Dubai Bling, Season 1, Episode 1. They open by introducing the characters one by one, but they're doing a lot of fast jump cut editing. And they're oftentimes speaking in Arabic with English subtitles. So if you do not know Arabic, it's hard to keep up with the subtitles because they jump so quickly in the editing. So you have to, if you want to know what they're saying, you have to go back and re-watch in order to read the subtitles. So I think in the future they need to slow it down a little bit and give us a chance to get to know each character rather than doing such fast jump cut editing. One of the first scenes in the show, maybe not the first one, but one that I remember is there's a character and she's in her 6-bedroom beachfront mansion and she's having a temper tantrum, throwing all her husband's clothes into the center of the floor, complaining that there's just not enough room for all of her clothes and that they've outgrown this house. And the husband comes in and he tries to calm her down and he says, look, I gave you an entire bedroom suite to use just as your wardrobe. And she goes, I know, but it's not enough. We need a bigger house. Now, mind you, it's just her and her husband and their baby. They do have a cook and a nanny. So if they happen to live with them, then yeah, maybe they have a couple extra bedrooms for the hired help. But to be complaining that there's not enough room for her wardrobe looks pretty shallow. I'm sure the producers probably told her to play that up. Hopefully she's not like that in real life. Maybe she said, yeah, let me go ahead and do that. I'll get more screen time, and it's always good to be on screen more. But it's good to have screen time if they paint you in a good light. If they're painting you in a bad light, and if that's not how you really are in real life, then if there's a season 2, don't let them do that to you. Because I'm sure you're probably a good person, and in the future, if you're doing philanthropic work or charitable work someplace, people are going to remember how you acted in season 1, episode 1 of Dubai Bling and think that you're a shallow person. That's going to precede you wherever you go in life. So hopefully if there's a season 2, people will get to know the real you if the temper tantrum you is not the real you. Next, there's a character, she's like a media personality. I guess she's a host or something. And she seems nice so far. Her brother's her manager. Her other brother is living with her. She's taking care of her whole family financially, I believe, or at least helping out. She seems really nice. In the show, she says she wants to transition into acting, and that's very similar to another Netflix series that I watched in Spain somewhere, where the girl also wanted to transition into acting. Oh, and there's a Mexican one I watched also where the girl wanted to transition into becoming a singer and she was a host. So 2 different Netflix shows where they give a character something within the show to work towards. So I have a feeling in real life she isn't really trying to be an actress, but they just thought it would make for good television if she perhaps in future episodes goes on auditions or something like that. And probably by episode 8, she'll realize, you know what, I think I'm going to stick to hosting, or, who knows. But that's all I know about her. She seems okay so far. Don't know her name. Don't know really any of their names yet because this is just an unbiased review. I didn't research any of these characters because then that might bias me and make me say things that I didn't learn just from watching the first episode. So maybe by watching the second and third episode, I'll get to know their names and get to know their personalities a little bit more. Okay, there's another character on the show. She is a real estate agent, and so far she seems like one of the best on the show. She's not letting the producers manipulate her in a way that is going to make her look bad, which is very smart because she's a real estate agent and she depends on clients to make a living. So if the show paints her in a bad light, it might affect her getting clients, which will cost her hundreds of thousands of dollars. Supposedly she came to Dubai with no money and now she's a millionaire, and that is believable if she's selling high-end multi-million-dollar mansions, because the commissions are very large in real estate. So far I like her. We'll see. Then there's another character on the show. She is a social media person, and the real estate agent doesn't like her. The real estate agent says that this social media girl is fake. She may very well be fake, but I don't judge people until I get to know them. Actually, it's bad to say you judge people at all, right? So I'm not going to judge her one way or another, but I don't know that she's fake. The real estate agent says that she's fake. So far, she seems like a very nice person. I've only watched episode 1, so we'll see in future episodes if she turns out to be despicable or if she's just, simply okay. Then there's another character on the show who really does seem despicable. Don't know her name again. I think the first letter of her name starts with an L. But she, oh my God. I can't really say the producers are manipulating her to make her look bad, because I have a feeling she's just really shallow and a bad person in real life. I hate to say. Okay, so she's about 20, maybe. She has 2 kids, and she married somebody that was 35 years older than her, a billionaire. And unfortunately, she lost the love of her life. The billionaire passed away. So now she's just this young, rich woman. And they set up a blind date with her on the show. And she goes out on this blind date with this nice young man. He has rose petals on the table. And when she sits down, she hands him, or he hands her a red rose. And then later when she's not with him and she's just talking to the camera, she's saying, "Ooh, he gave me a rose. I hate roses. If you're going to give me something, give me a gift." She goes, "I'm a materialistic girl. I want gifts, not roses." And then she goes on to even make fun of his lips. There's nothing wrong with his lips. He has nice, full lips. So she's just really shallow. It may be because she's immature, she's really young, and I have a feeling in the future she's going to regret it when she goes back and watches these episodes. Not now because she's immature, but maybe 10 years from now, she might realize how stupid she looked, because she does look really stupid. And again, I don't think the producers are manipulating her. I just think that at this point in her life, she's just really, unfortunately, just very shallow. I could be proven wrong. Maybe by episode 8, I'm going to say she's awesome, but so far she's like the worst on the whole show. Then the other character, I don't know if I'm remembering all the characters, but the main ones I'm trying to remember here. So the character that stands out on the show is a guy named Kris Fade. He is a DJ, I believe, and he's the only one I was familiar with prior to watching Dubai Bling. Now, Kris Fade is from Australia. And in episode 1, he proposes to his fiancée, who is from Los Angeles. So he's from Australia, she's from Los Angeles, and they're both living in Dubai. And he is just the saving grace of Dubai Bling. He is awesome. He is worth watching. He is genuine. You can tell that whatever he says he's not saying it for the camera. It's just who he is. He's just real on the show, and he makes the show. And I guess without Kris Fade, there would be no Dubai Bling. So to wrap it up, I like Kris Fade, and thus far I like the real estate agent. I'm going to review future episodes, and maybe by episode 8 I'm going to tell you I hate the real estate agent, but I have a feeling she's real, and I know Kris Fade is real. So hopefully hopefully they're not going to change, and I'm going to like them by the time I get to episode 8, my review of episode 8. So that's my review of episode 1, and the next couple days I'll watch episode 2 and post another review of Dubai Bling. So that's it for today's show. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to have another show for you real soon. I promise you that. So until then, take care, everybody. I'm John McQuilkin, and I'll see you in Hollywood.